At the beginning of this year, I asked all salespeople what they thought the most important characteristics of a great salesperson, or in fact a great person, were. And they came up with a really good list. So some of the things they said were, to be a great person, you must need to be a hard worker. You must work really hard. You must be honest, always tell the truth. You must be loyal to anyone that you work with or your family. You must be a good listener. You must always listen to others. You must, care for others, or a little saying we say, OPF. And that list continued on and on and on. It was a great list, really great ideas. When we were all done, I said, now are you sure that that's everything it takes to be a great human being or a great beyond employee? And they said, yes, that is everything. And I said, I beg to disagree. I think the most important characteristic to be great at Beyond, or a great human being, is humility. That if you're not humble first with your customers, with your coworkers, with your boss, with the people that work for you, everything else is null and void. And so I said, let me give you an example. Let's say I'm a hard worker. And I'm going to say the opposite of being humble about this is I'm going to be arrogant. And I'm going to show you how I think humility is the most important characteristic here. So I'm going to be arrogant. Marcus, I am the hardest working person you will ever meet. You will never meet someone that works as hard as me. I work way harder than you. They should write a book about me, of how hard a worker I am. Well, without humility first, though, the rest of these are null and void, because if you can't first put yourself below others, then everything else matters. Or you could say, I'm the most honest person you'll ever meet. You're probably dishonest compared to me. But my point of all of it is, if you don't first show humility to your customers, humility to who you work with, and humility is the overriding part of how you talk to a customer, how you deal with the customer. And a lot of times I'll say, I manage this company from the bottom up. I'm the last employee in this company, and it's important for me to be at the bottom, not the top, and I'll manage it from the bottom up. And I think it's important for all of us to understand that Beyond doesn't beat its chest. We don't go out and say we're the biggest, we're the best, we're the strongest. We're there to serve, we're there to make other people's lives better, we're there to spend time with them differently than everybody else. And the most important characteristic I believe it takes is being humble with your customers and your coworkers. Sales is time management. So the less time you can spend but use quality things, the more impact you can make. So when I was in sales and I'd have a new customer call me back the first time, I could either choose to pick up the phone and say, good morning, this is Lou, or I could pick up the phone and say, Lisa, I am so excited you are calling me. There, she knows I like her, and it's back to this whole thing. So when a new customer calls you or emails you, be excited like you haven't heard from a college friend in a lot of years. It will do a world of good of what they think you think of them.